restore, and make new. And once again, we breathe in the divine and sacred breath. And let this breath work through every organ, action, atom, molecule, cell, and fiber of your being to release all that is divine, all that is sacred, all the wellness, divine health, and perfection through all areas of the consciousness, known and unknown, labeled and unlabeled. It's like a radiation, a divine radiation for your highest and best good. And with our exhalation, release and surrender. Eradicate anything that does not match all that is divine and sacred. Just let that go. However it's comfortable for you, however much you'd like to release, you are in control of all of it. With the suggestion that if it no longer serves you, it could be your time to release, surrender, let go, repurpose, refresh, restore, make new. Inviting us to breathe in once again the divine, sacred, and holy breath. Reminding ourselves that we are holy, holy. Let that idea take it wherever it's meant to be taken within your soul at this very moment in time on your journey in evolution. Just remind yourself, I am holy, holy. I am holy, holy. I am holy, holy. Just sink into the center of the I am that you are, the I am that I am. Remind yourself, I am holy, holy. There's time to sink even deeper still to the center of the I am that I am. I am holy, holy. I am holy, holy. Allow for any healings to take place with ease, with grace. All divine healings are your birthright, so we proclaim these. We accept these healings. Allow them to move in you, as you, through you now. Again, see what no longer serves you for your highest and best good. Flow by, pass by, be eliminated, disintegrated, back to the nothingness from which it came. Bless and release, bless and release, bless and release. Consider now receiving a harvest of your good. See if any names or labels come to you that you're willing to accept about and true, right here and right now, for a bountiful harvest of your good. Without effort, simply allow. Divine health and wholeness. prosperity and peace. Multidimensional healing. Prosperity and peace. Harmony. Abundance and wealth. Joy. Divine intelligence. Overflow of good. Unexpected blessings. Wellness. Goodness. And so simply immerse yourself in every insight, every divine revelation that came in you, as you, through you. Know they continue to unfold with ease and with grace and perfect timing. Know with me that miracles are ordinary, and we stay, and you stay, if you're willing, open to receive your highest and best good right here, right now. Nothing to do, no delay, simply to be receptive, be open, awake, alert, alive, aware. And so with this next inhalation, just inviting you to consecrate it as one filled with gratitude. So we take in deep gratitude on the inhalation and even more gratitude on the exhalation. We infuse the sanctuary space as a ripe and fertile divine soil for all who enter to receive their individualized blessing, insight, revelation, healing, transformation, demonstration, manifestation with ease and with grace. It is each of our birthrights and ours to proclaim. And again, we take in the deep inhalation, and with the exhalation, return fully to the body temple, just gently and easily. You may want to wiggle in the chair if you're seated, or tap your feet or toes to the ground, being certain you can feel the ground support you. And with this next inhalation, we come back fully and completely to this present moment. And if you've not already done so, inviting you to gently allow the outer eyelids to open. You may want to tap the fingertips together, becoming mindful of the space, the sanctuary, one another, feeling the temperature, all the way back, refreshed and rejuvenated, alert, divinely alive, flowing freely. And this concludes the meditation portion of today's service. I'm so deeply grateful and thankful to each of you present and each of you watching remotely. The blessings continue to unfold. With a heart full of joy, it is complete. Namaste.
Think of the person next to you. God loves you and I love you too. Then feel that love in the sanctuary. And in your mind repeat after me. Come together, come together, come together, in the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the divine in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together. Of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the love of each other. Look at the person next to you. Say, Namaste, I bow to you. Feel that love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. Come together, come together, come together. In the name of love, we come together. Come together, we come together. In the name of love. Get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound, 'cause here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound, here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound like hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul, I'll say it one more time. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Your soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. Getting the message loud and clear. Getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome. Dang drummer. Here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Yankee. All right, so good morning, everybody, and welcome to our spiritual center in Redlands. Thank you to everyone joining us live in our beautiful sanctuary, and to those who follow us on Facebook Live and watch remotely on YouTube. My name is Brother Mark, and it is truly an honor and privilege to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. We are a New Thought spiritual community and all inclusive to all the spiritual truths from all the world's religious traditions and spiritual paths. We focus on the philosophy of science of mind, which was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, who developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into the world. We honor all people from every background, all races, all sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you're always welcome here. So if you're with us for the first time, please raise your hands and allow us to properly acknowledge and greet you. Anybody here for the first time? Welcome, welcome. And if we're allowed to know your first names, let us know. Jamie? Judy. J and J. Jamie and Judy, welcome, welcome. Okay. We are delighted to have you all with us today. A gentle reminder to please silence your cell phones and place them safely away so you may participate more fully in today's service.
Got some special help today for our centering song, our kind of meditative song. Time, 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 see what's become of me while I look around for my possibilities. I was so hard to please, but look around, the leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. Hear the Salvation Army band down by the riverside It's bound to be a better ride than what you've got planned. Carry a cup in your hand. Look around. The leaves are brown, and the sky is that hazy shade of winter. Well, hang on to your hopes, my friend. Well, that's an easy thing to say, but if your hopes should pass away, simply pretend that you can build them again. Look around, the grass is high, the fields are ripe, it's the springtime of my life. Seasons change with the scenery, weaving time in a tapestry. Won't you stop and remember me? Any convenient time. Funny how my memory skips while looking over manuscripts of unpublished rhyme, drinking my vodka and lime. Look around, the leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. Look around, leaves are brown, there's a patch of snow on the ground. Look around, leaves are brown, there's a patch of snow on the ground. Look around, leaves are brown, there's a patch of snow on the ground.
So I invite you to just breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. Let's breathe that in together. And with our exhalation, simply release anything and everything that does not match all that is divine and all that is sacred and all that is holy. Just let it go. Let it go through the soles of your feet. Let it go through the pores of your skin. Let it go back and return to Gaia Mother Earth to recycle, repurpose, refresh, restore, and make new. Once again, we breathe in together the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And with our exhalation, just continue to release and surrender all that no longer serves you, just like the leaves that fall to the ground that was just so magnificently sung and played by Al and Terry. Just let it go. It's part of the seasons of life, part of a shedding, a releasing, a making a way for all that is meant for your divine wealth and wholeness, health and abundance, prosperity and joy, to have its full sway now in, through, and as your very life, by your declaration to permit it, by your permission to allow it, by your willingness to accept it as a truth of your being. And so as we do each week, we speak a word of blessing for everyone who has called our prayer ministry, and we know that we always start with ourselves as well. So please say your own names out loud in the sanctuary space. Brother Mark. And now those that you're holding about prayer this day, we're going to see them from the unification and unity of the oneness of the one that created all in all, everything perfect, whole, complete, nothing missing, lacking, needing, and wanting. We see them with holy eyes. We see them with divine insight and revelation. We see them in a new way, a fresh way. And so speak the names of those you're holding about prayer this day in the sanctuary space. Brother Mark, Gabe, Ed, Torres family, Chichin family, Machin family, Gomez family, Gigi, Tarek. We see Morgan in our mind's eye as whole, complete, healing with ease and with grace. We see Jamie and Judy as they are, the divine revelation of life on earth, the divine in flesh and form. We see Richard as he makes his way home to Michigan from the shelter with everything he needs to make it back home for the holidays. From Ukraine, we have prayer requests to continue to see Pavel, easily able to find a ground floor apartment or in a private residence for 1 to 2 months. We see Balu for the highest blessings. So we call them forth with ease and with grace. We see our centers led by Olga and Ludmila. See them have everything needed. We try to find this place within us now. We breathe it in. It's peace, because we're about to offer it to the world. And so we know that we're unable to offer something we don't have within ourselves. Let's first find the energetic of peace with the capital P, the peace that passes human understanding. Find it within ourselves. Let's connect to it now with all other centers and sanctuaries, temples, synagogues, mosques. See the light of this peace, energy, go through the double doors of the sanctuary. See it go through the rooftop. See it go through the cosmos, the seas, the galaxies, the stars. See it reach all places in conflict, struggle, and strife. See humanitarian aid and supplies and food and water and shelter reach those in most critical need. See world leaders change their minds on policy positions toward and for and about peace now, with no explanation wanted, needed, nor required. See a shield, a hermetic peace shield, drop over every city, village, and town, border to border, north to south, east to west, in Ukraine. Only peace may pass through. Same in the Gaza Strip, same in the Middle East, same in Armenia. Same in every place that's experiencing struggle, conflict, or strife in any way. See every sentient being now simply blessed and supplied, sustained and maintained for all of their needs to be met right on time, every single time. Just say to yourself, this includes me, and right where I am, God is. Again, this includes me, and right where I am, God perfectly is. And so I bless this service as it continues to unfold with ease and with grace. I bless Terry for the beautiful music and Al. I know that it's an OktobFEARfest that is magnificent, that surpasses all prior ones. I bless our board and David in the sound booth, all those who watch remotely. Know that you are both blessed and a blessing. Just say for yourself out loud, I am both blessed and a blessing. This is the truth. Anything that is heretofore blocked or hindered, deferred, denied, or delayed it has no more power, is relinquished, vanquished, back to the nothingness from where it came. Just as a wave might go back to the sea, never again to surface and reappear. Instead, it's part of the greater divine. And I know as the universe only says yes to all words spoken, all of our prayers are always answered before the last word is uttered. So I rest in this with a great gratitude and a heart filled with joy. And invite you to say together with me, and so it is. Amen. And now we have Ellen, who's going to come up and give 2 readings. One is an original composition.
Thank you, everyone. So beautiful to be here with you. I have an original piece, as Mark said, and I have another poem by a different author. You will see. When you breathe, you are imbibing the sweet and rhythmic air of the multiverse. Every window that inhales the fresh air of the wisdom of your shared vision is fragrance with the blissful reverie of a fresh autumn morn. Times like October hurry to meet you because you are ready to receive their intoxicating pumpkin and maple gifts. Your heart is a vast forest of beasts and flora, and you are willing and ready to submit all your cares for review by the grand and glorious Oz sort of wizardry of souls reborn. Step forward into your purpose by witnessing your visage in the mirror and beholding yourself that much clearer. Your richly orange sacral chakra is alive for your own unique creative expression, and the present is present. Jack-o'-lanterns dance unto every sanctified story. You breathe in once more. Time is a gift to the resolute, not a thief to the undecided. I changed that. And now you hear Pan's sacred flute. You are thoroughly and wholly captured by the light. Surrender to the ghosts and ghouls' will as you enliven the night. That was just my piece.
Nice.
Thank you. Thanks, Mom. And then we have A Song for Autumn, written by our beloved poet, Mary Oliver. In the deep fall, don't you imagine the leaves think how comfortable it will be to touch the earth instead of the nothingness of air and the endless freshets of wind? And don't you think the trees themselves, especially those with mossy, warm caves, begin to think of the birds that will come, 6 a dozen, to sleep inside their bodies? And don't you hear the goldenrod whispering goodbye? Goodbye. The everlasting being crowned with the first tuffets of snow. The pond vanishes, and the white field over which the fox runs so quickly brings out its blue shadows. And the wind pumps its bellows. And at evening, especially, the piled firewood shifts a little, longing to be on its merry way. Thank you.
Okay, so we've set up quite the fall feeling with the songs and the beautiful poetry. Thank you, Ellen. That was gorgeous. And now we're going to do something completely different. David, if you would. Oh yes, there are lyrics to this. There's a sing-along section, or I should say shout-along section. There might even be a scream-along section. So I hope you're warmed up a little bit. When it does say scream, I don't want a timid scream. I don't want ah. It'll say ah on the screen. I want you to be terrified. Das ist ready, yeah. A little louder, sir. There we go. Good. Halloween's the time of year to celebrate all that we fear. We trick or treat or sing and dance. I dare you, though, to take a chance. Go out amongst the common folk, put on that mask and later hosen. All Hallows Eve, OktobFEArfest. Is this a mashup done in jest? Not at all, I must protest. OktobFEARfest is just the best. Now's the time, and it's no joker. Dance the Halloweener polka. Bats and rats and Jason in a hockey mask. The thriller killer, flight or fright, chase you down the street at night. Gutter clown's a real sneaker. Annabelle's a trick-or-treater. Better hide, there's nothing meaner than a raging Halloweener. Dia de los Muertos Locos. Brains run out like tapioca. Dance a zombie karaoke. To the Halloweener polka. Do that again. Dia de los Muertos Locos. Brains run out like tapioca. Dance a zombie karaoke. To the Halloweener polka. Okay, now it's call and response. Ist das eine spooky scene?
Ja, das ist ein spooky scene.
Ist das eine Halloween?
Ja, das ist ein Halloween.
Spooky scene?
Spooky scene.
Halloween?
Halloween.
Everybody scream! Scary stuff is just so awesome. Rattling chains and big chainsaws. And Reagan is so sinister. She horrifies the minister. Krampus hiding in your bed while Freddy Krueger's in your head. He's gonna get you while you sleep. I drag you under by your feet. Here we go. Dia de los Muertos Locos. Brains run out like tapioca. Dance a zombie karaoke. To the Halloweener polka. Dia de los Muertos Locos. Brains run out like tapioca. Dance the zombie karaoke. To the Halloweener polka. Oh, it's gonna get foul now. Ist das eine stinky smell?
Ja, das ist ein stinky Smell.
Smelling like their bowels of hell?
Smelling like the bowels of hell.
Stinky smell?
Stinky smell.
Bowels of hell?
Bowels of hell.
Run, schnell, 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 schnell! Dia de los Locos. Brains run out like tapioca. Dance a zombie karaoke. To the Halloweener polka. Dia de los Muertos Locos. Brains run out like tapioca. Dance a zombie karaoke. To the Halloweener polka. Dia de los Muertos Locos. Brains run out like tapioca. Dance a zombie karaoke. To the Halloweener polka. Halloweener polka. Halloweener polka. Okay, you folks are wacky. All right. So it's me. I'm going to go over here now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yankee.
Okay, woo! First, you need your beer? No, well, yes, I do need a beer, but not quite this early. These steins, not steins, beer glasses, 16-ounce beer glasses, engraved with OktobFEARfest on them. There's one each in the boxes in the back. And if there's any left, I think about one each is about right for the number I brought. But if there's any left and somebody wants another one, take them. So be sure you get those today. They are wrapped up. They're in the cardboard boxes in the back. There are more prizes and games later, but first you have to listen to me. A disclaimer. I'm not a reverend or a practitioner. You might be justified in wondering what the heck I'm doing up here. What is that man's credentials? Oh, I don't have any. No spiritual certifications, no degrees or titles. And I don't think lederhosen are religious garb, maybe in Wisconsin. But what you do have today is someone who has always had an interest in and studied spiritual matters. I've had the privilege of listening to and conversing with many spiritual leaders over the last quarter century or so. So shout outs and gratitude to the many reverends, practitioners, teachers, scientists, physicists, philosophers, poets, and musicians who I've met along the way. A few of them are here today, and I want to thank those who are. You have invigorated and inspired me. Yes, maybe all of you. I'm looking around this room, and it's quite a crew we have here. So, next slide. There we go. Now, inspiration is a funny thing. I imagine that it's available to everybody, but that some folks pay attention to it while others have more important things to do. For me, sometimes it's a fleeting thought that can disappear almost instantly in the busyness of the day. And when it's like that, if I'm being observant, I will write it down or use the voice memo on my smartphone or use some other method of trying to capture it because so they can disappear quite easily. Other times, it appears quietly, but insistently, repeating itself, not needing to be recorded because it won't go away. For me, that thought usually comes out this way. You know, somebody should, surely somebody already has, fill in the blank, right? This first happened to me several years ago when I was a hired musician at the Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. The law of attraction was getting a lot of attention. You remember The Secret in those days when it was a big deal? And I was hearing people talk about it, and I wasn't hearing any songs about it. Somebody should write a song about the law of attraction. Surely somebody already has written a song about the law of attraction. Well, I couldn't find one. Apparently nobody had, so that's the cover I used for the little song I wrote about that. And it did get that nagging voice in my head to quiet down. It was then that people started thinking that I had something to say, when in actuality I was just repeating what other people had said, but putting it in the form of a song. I'd been writing music since I was a teenager, but now inspiration had changed the way people in the center saw me. That led me to go outside the Riverside Center. I went to Agape, I went to Asilomar, to different centers all around the IE. I discovered that there really were others who were out there writing and performing some really excellent New Thought songs. Not about the law of attraction, though. I think I still got the market cornered on that one. It's a weird subject to write about. Next slide. Wouldn't it be a good idea to get a bunch of those fantastic singer-songwriters together to perform? Wouldn't that be great for our New Thought community? Somebody should do that. Surely somebody has done that. Nobody had done that, so I did for several years, just to get that voice to quiet down. Inspiration can be a real nag, so we put on these New Thought music festivals. Here's another one that started right here in this room. Wouldn't it be great if all the New Thought centers and churches communicated with and supported each other and their activities?
It could be more efficient and effective by avoiding duplication of efforts. It could build a broader sense of community, first across the region, then maybe farther and farther, maybe nationwide, maybe worldwide, who knows? Somebody should do that. Surely somebody's done that. No. So working with the music director here at the time, Sean Madden, we started what was called the Inland Empire New Thought Consortium. We met here. We met in Beaumont, we met in Riverside, we met in Claremont, we met in San Bernardino. We had attendees from Palm Springs and Menifee. Everybody liked the idea and was excited about the possibilities. But we faced a lot of challenges about how exactly to get other folks to think in the same way. After a few years of visioning and holding meetings, COVID came. And it seemed like it was time to move on from this particular good idea. So even though we haven't given up on the idea, it's back burner for now. So you see, most of the time, inspiration is not about creating something entirely new. Many times it's about recognizing a relationship between things that already exist and then changing the emphasis or changing some small thing about that relationship. So it is with us today. Now, some of you may know that every March, our music director here, Gilman, gets very busy with St. Patrick's Day events, performing Irish songs for all kinds of events. For me, it's OktobFEARfest events, putting on these lederhosen, performing oompa music every October. And when I would go out and do those events, sometimes the locations would have up some Halloween decorations and getting ready for that holiday. Wouldn't it be a good idea to make an oompa song about Halloween? Well, you know that. Somebody should do that. Somebody has already done that. Actually, others had. That one was out there. Halloween's pretty popular, as you know. On top of that, I would sometimes see Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos decorations. You know, the smiling skulls with the flowers and all that sort of thing. Wouldn't it be a good idea to include that? Somebody should do that. So inspiration came along with the song title, the silly song title of the Halloweener polka, which you all just helped me with. It's kind of great, though, the way it combines things, the idea of combining things with inspiration. Putting Halloween with a polka is really putting two things that are very silly together. OktobFEARfest always includes bratwurst and knockwurst and other kinds of sausages that are all wieners. Yeah, exactly. Wieners are just plain funny. I want you to now say it with me 3 times. Wiener, wiener, wiener. Oh, come on, say it like you mean it. Now, don't you feel ridiculous? Yeah, you can't say wiener 3 times and not smile. Now, the relationship between OktobFEARfest and Dia de los Muertos might be a little fuzzier. Here we go. There we go, yes. I'm not the only one to kind of try to put those things together. You know, some folks are aware of, but not everybody's aware of, all the Austrian, German, and Czech immigrants to Mexico in the 19th and early 20th centuries. But if you think about it, think of Mexican beer, especially the one called Bohemia. That's, it's another word name for the Czech Republic. Think of how important the accordion is in so many types of Mexican music. How the heck did the accordion from Central Europe get to, yes, we have our accordion player here pumping the air. How did that get into Mexican music? Anybody? That's a weird thing, right? And then, did you know that there was an emperor of Mexico in the mid-19th century, Emperor Maximilian, after they had gained their independence from Spain in the 1820s, 35 years later, they had an emperor who was a member of the royal family of Austria, the Habsburgs. So there are all those connections. Combining OktobFEARfest with both Halloween and Dia de los Muertos requires at least a working knowledge of each of those holidays, so you can see how those work together. OktobFEArfest is the earliest on the calendar. It starts earliest, and it's also the youngest of these celebrations. It has its roots in the wedding of Bavarian Crown Prince Ludwig to Princess Teresa of Saxe-Hildburghausen on the 12th of October, 1810. Celebrations were held for the public in the fields outside the Bavarian palace and have been repeated there annually ever since, except in times of war. Folk dances, traditional attire are always present. You can see here people having a good time. One feature of the festivities, the food and the beer in competitions, became increasingly popular over time. All of these were carried by German immigrants to the United States in the 19th century. Many American breweries were founded at that time by some of those German immigrants with names like Eberhard Anheuser and his father-in-law, Adolphus Busch, that's in St. Louis, Frederick Pabst, and Joseph Schlitz were in Milwaukee. Now, there's no set specific length to the OktobFEArfest celebration, but the American versions start on the third Saturday in September, and they can run up to 9 weeks. Our modern-day Halloween holiday has deep roots, starting in the ancient Celtic celebration called Samhain. And I want you to look at that word up there, because people look at that and they say Samhain because that's what it looks like. But the proper pronunciation is Samhain. Please say it with me, Samhain. Now that closed out the harvest, actually what they called the third harvest, and ushered in what the Celts would call the dark half of the year. That took place at the halfway mark between the summer equinox and the winter solstice. For those of you who pay attention to the calendar, that's called a cross-quarter day. That begins at sundown on October 31st. Now, they believed that the barriers between the physical world and the spirit world were thinnest at this time, when spirits would roam about and sometimes appear to the living. The souls of dead relatives were thought to revisit their homes, seeking hospitality, and a place was always set at the table for them during a meal. Huge sacrificial bonfires were built in commemoration, and some Celts might not want those old relatives coming to see them. You don't know what those relationships were, so they would put on costumes. They'd put on animal heads and skins in order to confuse any spirits that might be looking for them. Now, in the first 400 years of the modern era, from the years 1 through up to 400, say, the Romans were ruling those Celtic lands. Over that time, they imported 2 festivals of Roman origin to combine with Samhain. The first was called Feralia. That's a day in late October when the Romans traditionally commemorated the passing of the dead. It seems to be a fall thing to do. The second was a day to honor Pomona, the Roman goddess of fruit and trees. And the symbol of Pomona, who you see here, is the apple, and from which we get the tradition of bobbing for apples. Originally, bobbing for apples was a kind of a courtship where females would identify the object of their affections, and if they were to go bob for an apple and get it on the first try, it was seen as a divine endorsement of their choice. Yeah. 2 tries, maybe 3 tries, ain't gonna happen. In the 4th century, Roman Emperor Constantine converted to Christianity. Some of you may know that, beginning the conversion of the whole Roman Empire to Catholicism. Not long later, the Greek Orthodox Church began holding an annual festival to honor Christian martyrs, which there had been quite a few of in the previous centuries. Typically, that was held around Easter and Pentecost. Well, the Roman Catholics, they thought that was good, so they adopted the holiday. By a few centuries later, by the 8th century, they decided to include all the saints, even unknown saints, in the celebrations. In the 9th century, we're moving ahead now, some churches in the British Isles began holding these commemorations of all the saints on the 1st of November. And in the 9th century, this was extended to the whole Catholic Church by Pope Gregory IV. You all remember him. Oh, yeah. So this All Saints' Day celebration was also called in Middle English All Hallow Messe, or All Hallows Day. The night before it, the traditional night of Samhain in the Celtic region, then became All Hallows Eve, or eventually Halloween. Now, in the year 1000, the Roman Catholic Church broadened even more to honor all who had passed and made November 2nd All Souls Day, incorporating Samhain's bonfires and costumes, but now dressing up as saints, angels, and devils. So you see how these things, how traditions build and combine with each other, combining things. This is a form of inspiration, combining, old things into new packages, as it were. Almost 1,000 years later, the Irish immigrants to the United States brought these traditions with them, eventually turning into now what's our second largest national holiday. Now, in a remarkable parallel with the Celts in Europe, the Toltecs and the Aztecs of pre-Columbian Mexico believed that the spirits of the dead would visit their family and friends in the exact same time of year. They would celebrate this by creating altars to the departed called Miklawit, similar to these modern ofrenda, which are popular these days. In colonial Mexico, just as the Romans had combined their festivals with the Celts, the Spanish colonists combined the Catholic All Saints and All Souls Day observations with the ancient Aztec and Toltec traditions. So those are the roots of Dia de los Muertos, which has greatly risen in popularity over recent decades. Celebrating the end of harvest gives us all occasion to eat and drink with abandon. Spirits rising from the afterlife in all these traditions give us the ghosts, the saints, the zombies, the angels, and even La Calavera Catrina, who you see here, and all the other forms of non-living yet somehow still with us entities. What they all share is the gift of giving us ways to deal with what we fear the most: pain, separation, and death. Making them into playthings, things to sing about, things to laugh at. It seemed as though there should be a name for this combination of ancient and modern holidays that all seem to be saying the same thing. Something that was a season that would include it all. Somebody should do that. Surely somebody's already done that. Well, I played with that idea a lot, but couldn't come up with something good until I noticed that if you just added 2 letters to OktobFEARfest, you had OktobFEARfest. Seemed to work. Oktob for October, the time of year, fear for the dying of the light, the dark time of the year, the representations of death, and fest for the celebrations we create in affirmation of continuing life and light. So the new thought element in OktobFEARfest is just that, redefining our relationship with fear and its causes, such as a belief in separation and loneliness, insecurity, dread about the future, anxiety about physical pain or emotional pain. There's some things we just need to know as religious scientists, as new thought thinkers. First, when we deny pain, we are empowering it. What you resist persists. When we anticipate pain, like the kid going to get his shot and he's already screaming and nothing has happened yet, right? When we anticipate pain, we empower the pain. When we relive old pain, oh, that time when I was treated so badly, though so-and-so said something mean to me and I'm still mad about it. You are empowering the pain. Cut it out. Same with separation. When we believe in separation, we empower it. When we fear death, we empower it. It's all up to us. When we accept pain as just part of being a physical being, we all get pain now and then. That's a successful coexistence with it. When we acknowledge that pain, it's just information telling us that something needs our attention. You got an arrow in your leg, dude, you know? right? Or you're suffering emotional pain or something. Something needs our attention. We don't shove it away, we deal with it, we successfully coexist with it. When we remember that old pain and then learn from it, we successfully coexist with it. We're successful. When we know that separation only appears to exist in the physical realm because we are separate physical beings, but that really we are inextricably connected with each person and everything, every molecule in the universe, then we successfully coexist with the illusion of separation. And finally, when we accept that death is the inevitable and natural changing of our individualized energies from one form into another, we successfully coexist with it. So let's continue combining the traditions of all these rich and varied heritages from the ancient Aztecs and the Celts, from the Greeks and the Romans, through the Spanish and the Irish Catholic immigrants, to the dancing and drinking Germans, with their commonalities of celebrating connection through communion with the land and its bounty, through courtship and marriage, to the camaraderie of good friends and family, or in relationship with the departed. Let's join in that celebration. Don't be scared, it's OktobFEARfest. So to start with, I've got a few trivia questions about OktobFEARfest. Then some more music, and finally we'll all feast on Halloweeners in the back. Sorry, no bonfires today. So each of these trivia questions, they don't come from the lecture. We'll just see what you think. And Mark, I'm going to need your help on this. So if you think you know the answer, raise your hand, and there are prizes. So first question, please. Who once worked at OktobFEARfest in Munich as an electrician? Anybody think they have the answer? Raise your hand. It's only 3 possibilities.
I'm going to guess Nikola Tesla.
Sorry.
We're really going to do this now? It's a 50-50 shot.
Can you give us the year, Al?
Can you
No, I can't, 'cause I don't
use
know.
the word in a sentence?
So you
Next.
the answer, it's multiple choice, Phil. It's multiple choice. It's on the screen.
It's okay. We have a new person now. Who's next? Jordan, you want to take a guess? It's 50-50. Don't say B. It's A or C.
Which one do you think would be more likely to be in Germany?
It's got to be A.
It's got to be A. We have a winner.
Woo! Jordan. What does he win?
A winner of 4 ghost pencils.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Next slide, please. OktobFEARfest has its own what during the festival? Raise your hand if you think you know the answer. Again, only 3 possibilities. Raise your hand. Don't just shout it out. So, we got a
Is this
gentleman
a
in the back.
plant? Jim Kremp, are you a plant?
No. Post office.
Post office is the right answer. You get your own small tombstone.
Does it glow in the dark?
I don't know, maybe.
Good job.
Next question, please. How many beer tents are there at the OktobFEARfest again in Munich? And Rosemary thinks she has the answer here. Say, David, you're going to have to shout out whether this one's right or not because I've forgotten. I don't say it, but I
D. D is 38.
Is that the right answer, David?
Okay, this is taking way too long.
38, Rosemary.
Woo!
Who gets cards? Okay, there's 3 more questions.
This is perfect.
Okay, what is the traditional beer served at OktobFEARfest called? Is it a Pilsner, a Marzen, or a Lager?
A, B, or C? Ed
You
says,
need to raise your hand, sir.
Snowball says it's Pilsner.
Snowball doesn't get a prize.
Ah, boo.
Marzen?
She gets a prize.
Woo!
Halloween Dreams playing cards.
Let's practice our screams. Ah! You can do better than that.
The record for the most steins carried by a server at OktobFEARfest is 29, 6, 18, or 32. Raise your hand.
32.
Is that right, David? No. Oh, sorry.
18.
Nope, sorry. It's down to 2 answers.
A29.
Ding, ding, ding.
You can mix them with tarot. I knew it.
Dating from the royal marriage this year is which annual OktobFEARfest?
Can you read the choices? I can't see in the back.
216th, 190th, 72nd, or 113th?
A.
Is that right, David? Ding, 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 Eileen.
All right.
Nice catch. All right, I think, is that the last one, David? I think it is, so I need to go do another song.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Al Yankee. Let's hear a good scream for him. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You just scared Snowball.
Okay, karaoke track, David? By the way, let's give David a hand. He's working hard back there. A little louder, please. Very serious. When October comes each year, everybody's filled with fear. That's how we know OktobFEARfest is here. When October comes each year, every zombie's drinking beer. That's how we know OktobFEARfest is here. When October comes and goes, the vampires dress in lederhosen and celebrate All Hallows Eve in style. When the leaves begin to fall, the witches hold their witches' ball with twitchy chicken dancing in the aisles. When October comes each year, goblins raise their glass and cheer. That's how we know OktobFEARfest is here. That's how we know OktobFEARfest is here. Can you do a demonic laugh with me? When October comes and goes, the vampires dress in lederhosen and celebrate All Hallows Eve in style. When the leaves begin to fall, the witches hold their witches' ball with twitchy chicken dancing in the aisles. Muck, 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 muck. When October comes each year, goblins raise their glass and cheer. That's how we know OktobFEARfest is here. What? That's how we know OktobFEARfest is here. That's how we know OktobFEARfest is here. That's how we know OktobFEARfest is here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Al Yankee.
Woot, 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 woot.
All right. So thank you so much for making a special service. It was even better than last time.
All right.
I don't know how that's possible. All right, it's time for our offering, and then can everybody hear the sound of wieners in the back? So please stay afterward and celebrate in the harvest. So it's time for our conscious giving. The ushers are coming forth, And I'd like to invite us to bless our tithes, our gifts, our offerings. Know that the same portal from which we give is the same portal from which we receive. So we always want to practice being a more generous giver. And say together with me, only if you believe it, from the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
Thank you for giving. Thank you for receiving. And thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for believing. And thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing. You are the vessel of that love. So thank you for caring, and bless you for your sharing. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
So now I invite the congregation to outstretch our hands toward the offerings received. See them multiply and magnify, kind of like in Scripture, the loaves of bread. Let's see them. Times however many are in your mind's eye now. Can you feel it? Nothing can stop it. Together we say, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Al. And so, is it the closing song?
Announcements?
Announcements. Okay, I have announcements for you today. Tonight, from 6 to 8 p.m., I will be on Zoom if you want to join me. I'm not sure if David has the link to put on the screen. And you can take a picture of the link with your cell phone and join us for deeper conversations. It's the last Sunday of every month, and it'll be through the end of the year. So I'll do it tonight, I'll do it in November and December, and then we'll take a break. So it's up to 2 hours together. About 5 to 7 of us are usually online, and the topics are selected by you. We have up to 2 hours to be together. Thank you, Phil. On Friday, October 31, Halloween, 5:30 p.m., there's a spooktacular here. Costumes are encouraged, and you can bring a potluck dish to share. And there's a movie. Is it the Boris Karloff? Okay. On the big screen. So, and also, if you are able to donate more, we're in the Lucite box in the back. We're doing a fundraiser to do the landscape of the front and the side. It's about an $8,500 to $12,000 project. We have about $176 so far raised. So if you'd like to donate toward that or have ideas, someone ought to do it.
Somebody really should do that.
Surely somebody's already done that. So I'd like, we could think about things that make you go, And if you're so moved, donate generously in the Lucite box today, and then we'll be able to, we want to make that happen over the next 6 months to a year or so to really improve the space. On Tuesday, November 4th, from 8:30 to 10:30 a.m., register for a workshop on, you know what, it's going to be presented by Tatiana and Olga of our Ukraine Center and translated to English. Isn't that amazing? I want everybody from here to go. It's going to be a $25 contribution. It gets split between both centers. It's, I believe it's around 8:30 a.m. our time, and we'll confirm that. But I want you to sign up for that in advance. There's a link. So see me, hand me your email address in a legible fashion and your phone number, and I'll make sure you get that link. It's going to be on Tuesday, November 4th, 8:30 a.m. till about 10:45 a.m. So I want us to support them. How's that sound? And it will be translated. What else? Before, it feels like do you have any announcements?
I do not.
Do you have any more house concerts coming up? I can't remember, Jim. No, not at this time. When's the next Dao De Ching? The third Monday of the month, so in November, right?
Yes.
Can we give Jim Crump a hand for hosting the book study Dao De Ching? And thank you, too, for holding vigil this morning. It was a rare treat to see a practitioner holding vigil here. And so I acknowledge you and feel anchored by you. And let's give also a shout out to Terry. Thank you so much. You can be a guest artist here anytime, as others are not able. We can. Don't you love the cello? Does everybody love it? Oh, yeah. It's pretty amazing. So thank you, everybody. Enjoy. Stay for the feast. And now we have the closing song.
We have special guests here. We know it's Boris. Boris, special guest.
Kind of spooky and scary.
Start playing? Okay.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash. You need to do this with me.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
Oh, it caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash from my laboratory
Sing
in
it.
the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrodes.
The monster mash.
They did the monster mash.
They did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
The monster mash.
They did the monster mash. Now the zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son.
They played the
Well, the
mash.
scene was rocking, all were digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kick of
They did the mash.
They played the monster
The
mash.
monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
They played the mash.
And it caught on in a flash.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash. Out from his coffin, Drac's voice did ring. Seemed like he was troubled by just one thing. He opened the lid, shook his fist, and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist? It's now the monster mash."
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
It's now the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
It's now the mash.
He did the monster mash. Now everything's cool. Drac's a part of the band. And my monster mash is a hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris
And you
sent
can
you.
mash.
You can monster mash.
The monster mash.
It'll be a graveyard smash.
Mash.
You'll catch in on flash.
Mash.
Then you can monster mash.
Then you can mash.
Ow.
The monster mash.
Let me hear you now. Ow.
And you can mash. And you can mash.
Ow.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our music director, Gilman Carver, and the incomparable Yankee Boris. Thank you, Boris.